Alright.
We live.
This is Jeff, you betcha.
Jeff, you betcha. Alright. What's up, family? My name is Banks Artiste.
What up, Zio, the Wolfman?
It's your boy King Droy, y'all.
Hey. And this is the Artsmen Show.
Cause we just wanna dance. We just wanna dance. Are we gonna get a chance? Are we gonna get a chance? We just wanna dance. We just wanna dance. Are we gonna get a chance? Love.
What's the Artsmen Show? What we do here? What do we do here?
What do we do here?
What do we do on this show?
On this show, we talk about dance.
And not only just dance,
not just
arts,
dance.
any
Right.
type of art.
Right. Creativity, dance,
art kind of
culture,
goes
yeah,
full
yeah.
circle. You can use stuff in dance from other art forms and stuff. So
Right.
We're gonna
we'll
talk about
a lot of that.
We're gonna talk about the highs of it, the lows of it, because there are a lot of lows. We're also gonna get personal, right? We're gonna talk about our life.
all my life I had to fight.
Talk about our lifestyles, what we do on the side, all that stuff. All that plays a part in our artistry. So, we're gonna talk about all that. Who knows? Maybe we'll have some special guests.
Right, we will. Right. This is the first, it's the quarantine edition.
Right, so welcome to the Artsmen Show. I hope everybody is safe, healthy, wash your damn hands.
That's a fact. I'm waiting for my
All
stimulus check.
gloves.
We're not social distancing, but it's okay because we've been rolling clear, so
You want my stimulus check?
holla at it. Because I woke up today and I was like, oh.
Excuse me, the fuck did you just say?
Alright, so
We got
let's get into these damn videos.
So,
So TV's right here, so I know we looking up.
Man, you don't have to tell them that, man.
Well, I do.
So basically, look, you can watch in the back of us.
Yeah,
You'll see it here. We got, what's this battle?
This is the mod.
Oh yes, the mod. It's an up and coming event, at ATL. They basically put flexing on a pedestal out there. So they have about 2 events every year, or whatever, and we have from the most recent one, Crow versus Luffy. Y'all know who Crow is? Crow is from Cali. Luffy's from ATL.
Not a Luffy, not New York.
Not New York. There's a million Luffys out there.
There's only one.
So this is their main event battle, and we're gonna review that.
All right, so let's get into it.
The mod.
Okay, that's no visuals in the beginning.
MOD, right? That's like, yo, like lazy.
Okay.
Okay, that's my guy sound about.
Oh, throw in the mouth.
He looks like a guy. I think I'm gonna give first round to. I'm gonna give it to Luffy.
Luffy, right?
I'm gonna give first round to Luffy.
I'm gonna give first round.
Only because Crow gave me good moments in the 1st, but I think Luffy and me not even being I'm not even reflecting that to my background is Crump. So, but what I seen from Luffy is just clean from start to finish. He was clean. All of his ideas that he got all of his ideas off, even if some were broken. Like the vast majority of the things that he put out, he got off. You know, I think Crow gave us some great moments in the first round. I just don't think he gave us enough.
Far between.
Right, far between. It was too much.
Yeah.
His middle pieces wasn't hitting together. Like he was going too many different places. But Luffy from the round one, like you saw them concepts. He brought a lot of the concepts from the earlier in the round back into the late round, and then he made them. He like built on top of them. So
Definitely.
That's
I agree with you. I think Luffy got this round.
Yeah.
Only because of cleanliness. To me. I don't really like Luffy's character. I feel like it's so corny. It's like you know, like I don't know how to explain that. It's like Broadway kind of, you know, commercial.
It's expressive.
I like it because I feel like he took it. I feel like he took it and made it. Come on, guys.
Okay.
We back to y'all. We fixed.
But honestly, I think Luffy took that round.
Definitely.
It was freaking clean, man.
It starts off. Luffy's first round starts off with heat, right off rip. So I want to watch the rest, and then he kind of like kept up with each move. So like it was a build up, more of a climax at some point, and then it was like a full story.
Yeah.
With Crow, like you said before, it was like a little. He had his moments. It just didn't connect. Moments didn't connect.
Great moments. Great moments.
Right.
Especially
that table flip.
Crow always does some sporadic.
And can you like make sure like put that table flip in the back again? Like let them see that again. You know, real quick. Let them see that again because that table flip was crazy. All right, we're gonna go. This is round 2. Crow started up.
Wow.
Oh yeah, we'll start with.
I believe that when you do concepts, you have to make it readable for everybody else. Like if I'm looking at the concept and it's like, okay, I'm kind of confused. And also, it brings the question: do you give somebody PC for the idea of something?
Let them know
or
what
how-
PC is.
PC is just like credit, it's like ooh ah. That's what PC is. You showing love, that's what PC is. Do you give somebody love for the idea or what they actually did?
I think a lot of times in dance, and sorry to cut you, but I think a lot of times now in dance, a lot of that is happening, and I think that's the problem.
It is a
People
problem.
getting credit for what it could have been and not what it actually
Right.
was.
And that's kind of how I feel about Luffy's second round. There was some parts and pieces that, that was like, all right, I don't really get it. Then there were things that I did get that I knew most of the people wouldn't get.
Right.
So it's like, you gotta kind of come to a middle where it's like, okay, I'm reading the room. I know that type of people are in the room, so I could do these types of moves and they'll feel it. So I give it to Crow for that one. It was more complete.
Also, tell the people about why you're qualified to make those choices. Like, what have you done? Let them know who you are, because I don't think the people really know why you're qualified
It's your boy
to make
King,
that
right?
call.
If you ain't been into flexing like that, I'm one of the kings from our biggest tournament.
He is the one.
And there's a thing called Battle Fest. We got King of the Streets. They do it almost every year or whatever. I'm one of the kings, and I do concepts myself. So I'm one of the people that understand it. I broke it down to a science, and I kind of created my own path with concepts. So things like that I can really talk about.
There you go. Thanks. Let them know a little bit of your resume. Let them know who you are. Let the people know why we qualified to have these conversations. For the people out there, because think about it, some of these people are gonna watch these and they're gonna go, "Why are you qualified?"
Yeah, who's this guy?
Well,
Who's this
again,
fucker?
my name's Max. Now, my main style is crump, but I do everything. I grew up in ballet, modern, jazz, African, but I'm qualified because I'm a natural born storyteller. Mostly on stage. I mean, I do it in battles as well, but my power is definitely stage. So I know how to tell a story.
That's for sure. I'm Nightmare. I am one of the first crump dancers in the New York City scene. Myself and Hollow Dreams were probably, as far as we know and as far as history goes, we were probably the first two crump dancers in New York City to really push the movement. So I've been doing this for well over 10 years, crump dancing.
They taught me.
I mean, he came to us with a lot of knowledge. So, I mean, my biggest thing in crump dancing is character. I think that, and that's a lot of what I look for first and foremost. As a judge, I judge everything. I judge it all over. But I like to look for, the things that I look for personally that attract me to a dancer is the character. If I can tell who you are, or I can tell, and it goes a lot into concepts. If you can make your concepts readable through your movement and your character, then to me, I see it. And a lot of the times what we've been seeing and what I've seen over the years is what we said earlier, how people are getting a lot of credit for what could have been and not what's actually being done. So if you're not clear on your movements and you're not clear with your story, so you have three big components of a lot of the street dance scene. You have storytelling, you have character work, and you have concepts. These, in my opinion, are probably the most important parts of street dance culture. Because other than being clean and other than being skilled, I know a lot of people who aren't as clean, but they can tell one hell of a story. They might not be storytellers, but they have a hell of a character. They might have a lot of concepts, but they might not tell a story. So there's different components to what make a good battle and what make a good dancer in a battle. Some people are just great dancers, some people are better battlers, some people are better at events, depending on the stage, and I think this battle definitely shows that, because to me, I think that this battle did a complete 180 in the second round.
Yeah.
I think that Crow did whatever he lacked in that first round. I think the second round he came out the gate swinging. So he literally watched his opponent's first round and said, okay, now this is my rebuttal, and he rebutted perfectly. Like, he came from start to finish. I say there were some moments where it was kind of, but I feel like he was consistent enough to keep my attention and the crowd's in the room's attention. So
just to piggyback off of character too, like people can have character, go into a battle, not bring no moves, and still win that battle.
Right.
Because of the character being, it's so felt, especially when you're there and you're actually seeing the dancers dance. It's like
right, and it's also the moment too. I think that goes into everything that we're saying, which is another big component of my style is crowd control. I think that if you learn how to read a room, but also you know how to control the room, you can win a battle without a high level of a lot of different components.
Right.
You know, because it takes a lot to learn these extra skills and identify. Some people have great move sets. They can, they can bone break, they can b-boy, they can backflip, they can flare, they can pop, they can bot, they can animate. But can you take any of those components and control a room? Can you get a room full of people on your side?
This is the last round.
He turned it over to me.
You go ahead.
I'm gonna give it to Crow.
Seems like he was testing the waters.
Yeah, again, wow.
Well, I would give it to Crow because I felt that he had way more aggression. I felt like Luffy's third round was more of it was more conceptual, right? But it wasn't toward. It's a battle. It wasn't towards Crow. I didn't feel like that was a battle round. You know, I felt like he was performing.
The presentation,
Right, you know what I'm saying? Crow, damn, bro. You're not human. You know, like, seriously. Luffy, don't get it twisted. He's nice too, flexible and stuff. But if that last round, man, you didn't give it like you're supposed to.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna definitely give it to Crow because I think Crow did exactly what you do when you start a battle low. Every round went up.
Yeah.
For me,
It's a battle strategy.
I love to see that. I love to see people who understand that battle because me, I'm a battler. Like I love, and I'm a complex battler. So battle strategy is very important for me to see. So somebody that can take that and go, listen, my first round was cool. Every round went upward, and it's not an easy thing to do.
Right.
You have to be one skilled at dancing, but you also have to be even more of a skilled battler to understand a tactic like that to take it up. And he knew by the third round we saw exactly what we needed to see. Like it just seemed like he knew exactly what to do. He came into that third round and he knew exactly what he was doing, where he was gonna hit. Everything looked planned.
And to use tactic like that in the middle of a battle is hard.
It's hard because being
you gotta be thinking, but also have that adrenaline.
Right, thinking on your feet. So that's why I said like the whole third round looked planned. Like from the prop usage, the angles that he hit, everything looked like, oh, I planned for this third round. So that for me, he took it. Again, Luffy is an amazing battler. I love his mobility. I love the acrobatics. I love everything I see from him. He's an amazing dancer. I just think this particular battle, he just wasn't all there.
Yo, I think that leg trick was funny as hell.
Which one?
That leg trick.
The guitar line?
It was just when he caught it. It was
The kinky boots.
It was his
Broadway show. Okay.
It was his
Nah,
we got kinky.
I think with battles, especially battles like this, I feel like downtime is the enemy.
Yes.
I feel like
Anything.
Luffy, he had more downtime in between all of his, big moments, So it's like the more downtime you have, the more time it's like, okay, I'm looking for something. I shouldn't be looking for something. You should be getting into this.
Right.
So that's how I felt with this last round. I think Crow definitely delivered while we were kind of like waiting and looking for what Luffy was going to have for him. So I feel like, just like what you said before, that strategy of starting out and then building up, a lot of people do it the opposite. They start out and they max out in the beginning and it starts to fall down.
Right.
So like, if you do that the opposite, even if by rounds you lose, it looks like you won.
Right.
You kept building
Because you knew how not to like max out.
and that's just the battle strategy for people out there.
Another thing, sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead, I'm done.
Okay. That a lot of people do, man, and we have to talk about this. We have to start grooving.
Oh yeah, that's
Like,
true.
no disrespect to y'all did great, and probably if we battled, it would probably be difficult as well. Sacrifice their groove for the move.
Right.
I agree. You know what I'm saying? And that is the wrong.
It's super important.
I'm not gonna say it's the wrong thing.
Yeah, because everybody
You do
has
what you
their
want.
own type
You do
of
what
way
you
of
want.
doing things.
But
It also falls under preference as well, because other people some people just like to watch nice moves.
right.
But me personally, I like
Moving is water.
style. I like style. If I could look at
Moving
your
is
style and be
water.
like, wow, you could do this any point of day, any time of the night, or anything. You could do this anytime. Certain people that have, those styles where it's like they just make up moves and they kind of just put them together. I feel like I can't catch you at a session.
Right.
You would be dancing and it would be dope. I feel like you just come and this was what I was working on. Instead of having an actual style, it's like, that shit was dope. And then you could. That's the thing. It's always a spectrum. You could layer your moves with your style, and that's how it should be actually. Your style should be like that filler into your moves, especially when you're battling. So I feel like I think we need to work on that more generally because a lot of people don't have a specific style unique to them. It's like an ID.
I agree. I think that overall, I think what we end up getting is, I think overall what we end up getting from a lot of people is we get a lot of great moves, and we don't get enough of the dancing aspect of it.
Right.
I think nowadays what I've been seeing, and this goes for crumping and, you know, because I'm more in the crump community, but I've seen it from a lot in the flex community and even in the popping community. I feel like a lot of people are coming on and they're just understanding like the power behind the moves of dance, like the power. They don't understand the intricacies of like just dancing. And it's like what you said, like, when you can carry me there, like I feel like grooving and dancing, it carries you through the round. Like you have to carry your audience through the round. And when you can only give them moments, we lose interest. You know, the crowd is gonna lose interest because we're there. It's a gladiator sport. Dancing is akin to gladiators. You feel me? Like if a gladiator's getting his ass whooped by whatever, boom, boom. Like I came here to see you win, so now I want to see you die. So the crowd is gonna be the same way. They came there for action. So if you don't give me action and you give me
There goes the downtime.
now people and it goes to like morality. It's morale. Like I want to be pumped up the whole time. I want to be from start to finish. I want to be like woo, woo. So when you don't give me that, right? You don't. So you need to be on a roller coaster. No matter what, when you're on a roller coaster, even the downtime on the roller coaster is exhilarating because of the speed and the consistency it goes at. So when you don't have that and you're just like, you know, you take me from the roller coaster to the carousel, it don't make no sense. Like how we go from a roller coaster to the carousel in the middle, like I was just at the top and then boom, now I'm on the unicorn riding around the circle.
If you cut out the style, you add downtime.
Right.
You need to keep that style.
And that goes on, and I think that just goes along with, you know, learning yourself more than anything else. Like people get too invested in the styles and not invested in how to present themselves through it. So
shout out to Savage and Key Watts for doing the mod out there. We'll let y'all know when like the next event is for everybody that watching this and you know that's in ATL and wants to see more dancing.
Once Roma is over,
let you know. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
And
we'll be over. Don't worry.
Rona's gonna be over.
So yeah, I think
That was good.
we got Crow for the W, but
Crow for the
for seeing Luffy for the first time on a lot.
Yeah, this is all right. So this is actually my first time seeing both of them. Again, I'm not as invested in the flex community. So me seeing them both for the first time, I think this was a great presentation of me seeing them. I think I would definitely want to see Luffy again in another battle. For surely want to see Crow. I would love to see him, you know, move up and make a name for himself even more.
Right.
I would want to see Luffy make a name for himself like in more places.
Yeah.
Are they both from ATL?
No, Crow is from LA.
LA.
Not LA, San Francisco.
San Francisco. See, that's even dope to me. So, just knowing that, I would love to have them, you know, to see them come out here and
definitely
get into the community out here.
And even if we can get some of the dancers from all over to come on the show and talk, you know?
Right. So yeah, definitely, Crow.
We'll Skype y'all for now.
Yeah,
right.
Contact us or we'll be in touch with you. This was a dope battle. You know, we would definitely love to have y'all speak on the show about y'all coming up. But yeah, dope battle. Again, shout out to Mod for doing it. It's the 5-year anniversary battle, so congratulations.
Cause we just wanna
dance. We just wanna dance. Are we gonna get a chance? Are we gonna get a chance? We just wanna dance.